Hi everyone, it's Sunday. Happy Sunday to you. It's Sherry coming back to you from Sherry Sweet Sensation. Sorry I was off. I had to take a moment to handle some personal business. I left a post about it earlier, not sure if you've seen it, but my sister had a stroke. She's recovering nicely, thank God. And then I had another sister who had to have major back surgery, and she too, thank God, is recovering very nicely. And so we're back. And I am here today to help those new bakers or bakers period who like to use box cake mix. And I personally don't use them. I am a scratch cake baker, but this is what most people are comfortable with. And there is absolutely nothing wrong with using a box cake. I have tasted some really good box cakes, but I actually change up the recipe a little bit so that it comes out tasting more like a cake that was made from scratch. So today with Easter coming, I thought usually springtime you think of lemon cake. So I wanted to make a really, really nice lemon cake with a twist using this lemon cake box mix and add this. This is actually key lime. You put the two of these together, you have a masterpiece called a key lime cake. Just use yellow cake mix and a box of key lime jello. But there's a problem. When you do this, you are going to have a sinking cake. I've tried it over and over, couldn't figure out why I kept doing it. What is making this cake sink? I found it out. The answer is the oil. When you put oil in that combination, that cake is going to sink. Maybe you've had luck. I haven't, and I've been baking a long time. The answer to the problem is butter. Instead of using oil, use one whole stick of butter. That cake is not going to sink, and it is going to be beautiful. Try it and see. Now, you know what? Let me show you. Be right back. Okay, everyone, here we go. Oh, wait, my husband just walked in from church. Hold on. Let's get him in the picture. Hold on, honey, I gotta reverse it. Hold on, wait, I gotta rewind. How do I get you? Say hi, honey. Hi, here's my husband coming in from church.
Hello.
Okay, everyone, so here are all the ingredients you're gonna need for this amazing key lime cake. Trust me, it's going to be good. We got 1 cup of milk, whole milk, 3 eggs, stick of butter. We have key lime, jello, lemon cake mix. I use the Supreme one. It has a little something extra going on in there. It's really good. And then you're going to use some orange juice, just a few tablespoons of that. And I use a little bit of gel food coloring just to bring out the brightness in the green color for me. And I do add a few splashes of vanilla. This is a really good brand if you've never used it. I've been using this vanilla for, oh God, 30 years. And you can get it off of Amazon now. So I use about a tablespoon of that. All right, so here we go. Just 1 bowl. Don't even need the KitchenAid. Hand mixer. And you're ready to go. So let's get to it. Okay, first thing first, let's go ahead and put in all of our wet ingredients. So we have our milk. We have our 3 eggs. Be careful not to get any eggshells. So that's 1. 2. And that was a bad crack, but we're gonna catch it anyhow. We're gonna save it. Just to show you, just have to be careful. You can still save it. Okay, 3. That's a bad crack. Okay. We got 3 eggs. And now we need our splash. Put a tablespoon of vanilla in here. And I'm going to add a tablespoon, actually 2 tablespoons of orange juice in mine. That orange juice adds that zing, kind of like lemon does. That's what orange juice does. Okay. Now you want to melt this butter. I do it in the microwave. Be right back. 1 stick of melted butter in the microwave. That is going to solve the problem. No more sinking. It was driving me crazy. I couldn't figure out why I kept doing that. So now we're going to carefully carefully blend that on low speed you have to keep it from going everywhere because it's so loose. And then the cake comes together really quick now. So you're going to put in your dry ingredients, in your 1 box of cake mix, and your Jell-O. And your dry Jell-O. Okay, so that's all your dry mix, all your dry ingredients. Eggs, milk, and butter, orange juice, vanilla. Then you're going to add a couple splashes of gel food coloring, the green, just a few. And if you don't have it, it doesn't matter. You don't have to worry with it. But I like it to be a little bright green, especially for Easter. So now we're going to mix this gently. Try to not make too much of a mess. There we go. Okay, you don't want to overmix this, so let's stop here and use our spatula. That way we can get everything that's on the side and the bottom that may have been missed. There we go. This is going to help our young bakers who are wanting to have a beautiful cake but don't want to go through the trouble of a scratch. So here it is, and it's going to be amazing. Okay, I think we're there. See how quickly that came together? Very fast. Now, as far as the pans are concerned, I'm doing a 6-inch. When I say 6-inch, I mean 6 inches round and 3 inches high, which is going to give me a very tall cake, because you know I like tall cakes. When you're just starting out, you should use a 2-inch high cake pan. That way you won't have to worry with it not cooking all the way through. But this is what this is for. This is actually, it looks like a thumbnail, like you do flowers on. You know, you hold flowers and twist this, but this is like it's actually a thermometer that you put in cakes. And it cooks your cake from the inside out. So typically your cakes cook quicker from the outside, and then your inside isn't done. So that's what this is for. So you just slip that right in there, and you just pour your batter, not to the top of the cake pan. Just literally, well, you know what? Okay, so you're gonna pour that batter in halfway in both pans. You can eyeball it. If you really want to get, you know, if you really want to be specific, you can measure it on a scale. I don't do that, but I have done it in the past, but this is just for demonstration purposes. So let's go ahead and do the other one the same way. Just pour the batter right in. keep from messing up your counters, remember I said to just take yourself a dishcloth, lay it on your beautiful counters, and there you go. You don't have to worry about it. And what that does, just brings all the bubbles to the top, and don't forget to put your thermometer back in. Just slide it right in the middle, and it'll settle itself down. And there you go. One, and here's the other one. You could kind of look at them and say, oh, you know what? That's about the same. But if not, who cares? It's your cake. Don't worry about that. Bring it down until you get the bubbles up. Put your thermometer back in there. And I have my oven at 350, and we're going to check this in 25 minutes. Be right back. Okay, everyone, I'm back. Here are the baked cakes, and they look amazing. No sinking. That's the best part. So now we're going to take these out, and I'm going to show you how to take them out with that thermometer pin in there. Just run your knife around the side. By the way, they have completely cooled, and you just stick your pie rack through, hold it right here as you flip. Just come off the side of it. As you flip, see, so your pin is there. Okay, bring up your pan, and look at that. Wow. Now, to get the pin out, just take your paper away, your parchment, grab the pin right there in the cake, and pull it out, and then flip it over, and then lay it back down on your rack. It's completely cooled, so that's how you take it out. Second one, same thing. I think I've already run, yeah, okay. Same thing. We're going to put our, or you could just use your fingers. Either way, same thing. But you know, of course, if you have a bigger cake, you can't do that. Just pull it off, pull out your pin. Look at that color, beautiful. Turn your rack over on it, and boom, there you go. Perfect. Now, don't worry about the dark, because for some reason, box cakes do this. They have a darker, maybe it's because it's the Jell-O in it, I don't know. But that's okay. So you know what we're gonna do next. We're gonna trim the cake. So remember, as I told you, always keep your arm close to your body when you're trimming your cake. So you wanna go to the top, or where the browning starts. Well, you should do this on a turntable. But we're just doing this for demonstration. And just go back and forth, not moving that arm. And there we are. Nice and trimmed. There we go. Okay. Let's do the other one. Same thing. Just keep your arm level with your body. And just come right across. And there you are. Well, now that one's not quite as level, but let's just take a little bit off. A little bit more off. That'll be for me. Okay. Now we're just gonna frost this really fast, and you've seen me do this 100 times. So I'm just gonna cut the cake right in the middle, because I like 4 layers on my cake. Cut it right there. Very good layers right there. And 3, 4. Okay? So now we're gonna go over here and we're gonna frost it. You've seen me do this a million times. Well, not a million, but you've seen me do this a lot. So you've seen me make the frosting before. Here it is again. But I made it the nice shade of green, which is the same green that I put in the cake. Just a couple of drops in your frosting. And the frosting recipe is on my previous videos. So I don't want to keep you too long. So let's go ahead and frost this cake up so we can have it for dinner tonight. Hold on. Remember to always put your wet cloth down. Keep your turntable from moving. And on this one, keep your plate, you put a little bit of drawer, you know, you put these in the bottom of your drawers, and then that will keep that from moving, okay? So now you've got a steady place to work with. First thing we're gonna do is put down our first layer here, okay? We're not gonna overdo this because this is just for demo, but it frosts like a dream, and I'm not worrying about crumbs because it's just us here. So, and my husband doesn't like a lot of icing, but you can do what you like, but we're not gonna put a whole bunch. Very thin layer of icing, there we go. Okay. And then we're going to put layer number 2, which has a little bit. We're going to take off some of that one. There we go. Put her on right here. And like if you do have a uneven cake, always get down low to see if your cake is level, like I am right here. And that way you can see if it's level. And whatever side it's not level on, that's the side you put your low on, your high on that side, so that you can bring the cake up. Okay? So let's get back to this again. Oh, that icing is so dreamy. Really good. And again, we're just not going to worry about crumbs. We're just going to frost and get her done. And the reason I wanted to do this cake today is because I'm going to be with my family in Ohio next weekend for Easter. And I wanted to use up these beautiful flowers that I bought for myself around the house. And I just thought, wow, these would look so pretty on a key lime cake because of the green. So that's why we're doing this today. And then too, to show you something you can do for your family for Easter. A beautiful cake for Easter. That's simple, box, nothing dramatic, quick and easy. You saw how quickly we put this together in one bowl. Didn't even need to pull out the KitchenAid. So, just don't put a lot in there, but you can put as much as you want. But my husband doesn't like a lot. And I don't need a lot. So there we go. Okay. One more layer to go. And just put her right there. Let me see what's up. Let's put the flat side on the top. You can use see how even that flat is? So again, you want to get low, swirl it around and see if it's even. Let me see if I can show you what I'm talking about. Yeah, perfect view right there. You see how even that is? That is very flat right across the top. And see, sometimes you might have to push it, you know, whatever. But that's what I'm talking about. You want a flat cake when you're icing. So there's that. Okay. Let's finish her up. Perfect. Okay, so let's just go ahead and finish this off. And I'm not going to crumb coat because you've seen me do all that before. This is purely for at the house here tonight. Because my husband wanted a cake yesterday, and I'm like, I'm not going to buy you no cake when you got a baker here. No. So I said, let me just go ahead and whip this up real quick. He wanted ice cream and cake last night. So this is what we're having tonight. And I'm just going to put a little light layer of icing on here, because you've seen me do this in my other videos. And I'm doing a naked so that way we don't have to worry about it being super duper smooth. You can do that if you want. I just wanted to bring this recipe to you for the holidays. And if you're not really good at smoothing cake yet, it all comes with practice. just do exactly what I'm doing, and this is called a naked cake. And you don't have to worry about all that fancy stuff, and that you too will be able to do if you just practice, just like I did. I had to learn as well. So here we are. And you don't even need the bench scraper or nothing. Just take the back of your spatula and go around it. And there we are. Take those crumbs over there because I don't want to waste the icing, but there you go. Simple as that. And just come across the top and get you a nice level. Come on around it. So it can all be as level as possible. You know, remember, naked cakes, you're gonna see the rows. You're gonna see, not rows, layers. You're going to see the layers. And just come across the top. Get yourself a nice edge right there. But as I said earlier, see, all you want to do is go right there, pick up that extra icing off. Back over here on my crumb bowl. And then just take your spatula to get all this excess off and go right around it, just like that. And see it cleaning it up? It'll clean all that up for you. And there you go. Everybody, we have a finished cake. And let me tell you, it is good. It's going to be good, y'all. Let's go right back around there and pick that up. Okay, that's it. The beautiful key lime 4-layer cake for your Easter holidays. One of the best holidays of the year. It's when Jesus rose with all power in his hands and took over authority of the devil. So I pray to God that you all have a wonderful Easter. Well, we're going to put these beautiful flowers on here now. That was the point of all this. I wanted to use these. Look at these. They are gorgeous. Look at that. Look at those pretty flowers. Aren't they pretty? Yes, indeed. So let me get my saran wrap and we'll put some on. So tear off you some saran wrap, just like so. And I just love this one. This one's so pretty. This is going to be my star. It is such a beautiful day today. I hope it is where you are. Cleaned off my deck so I can go and sit out there after all of that darn, what do you call that stuff? It's green pollen. It was everywhere. So now after I do this cake, I'm going to slice me a piece. And I'm going to sit out on my clean deck and have me a nice piece of cake. Okay, here we go again as you've seen me do before. You just roll that around so you don't have any of your stem touching the inside of your cake, see? Just like so. And I'm going to put her right here. And just take your scissors, and that'll give you what you need to push it down in there. Oh my God, that is so beautiful. Look at that. These I adore. Look at these. Aren't those pretty? Those are so cute. So spring. So Easter. I just love those. We're going to put some of these in here as well. It's all right if they stick up a little high, but we got plenty of... That's why we use the height, so that you can do stuff like this and add these pretty flowers to your cake. So let's add those right there at the top. Look at that. Look how pretty that is. Okay? But they were on their way out, and I wanted to save them. So now I'm going to find a couple of good white ones that we can use here. a spray of these white ones. See, the leaves are even falling off because they're like at the end. So I need these to be like so. See, a nice little spray of those. See, aren't those pretty? Those are gorgeous. Okay, I need some more saran wrap here. We're gonna tear this off a little bit. Okay. And I'm going to twist that down so that that is not in the cake. A little bit more, I think. Here we go. Now, we're going to put this one, I'm going to say somewhere around there. Oh yeah, look at that. That is gorgeous. I think it's pretty. I hope you do too. But if not, you know, you don't have to add the flowers. I love flowers, and I think they're so pretty on cake, especially live flowers. And I intend to get out in my yard this year and really do some work with real flowers, beautiful flowers. And then I'm gonna put that one right there on the side with my scissors to help me guide that in there. Oops, I had to cut that off. I had an extra piece of saran wrap. Okay, and again, you don't have to put the flowers. I do because I simply think they're beautiful. Look at that. That to me is so beautiful. And I hope that you find, let me fix that little hole right there. Put some icing in that one. Fix that up a little, there we go. There we go. And this is just a naked cake, so it's not gonna be perfect, but I will tell you this. It's gonna be good. So whether it's perfect or not, it's gonna be good. Do I have icing right there? Sure do, y'all. Sorry about that. But there it is again, guys. I hope you enjoyed this session of Sherry Sweet Sensations. And I apologize for being away again, but family first always. So I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful Resurrection Sunday coming up next weekend. And do all that you can do to please the Lord. That is all he wants from us. Is just to please him and glorify him. I hope that you'll come back to see me again. And I hope I don't have to take off again. But if I do, I'll be back. Thanks so much for joining me. And if you'd like to see some of my stuff that I do, just go to my Instagram page, Sherry Sweet Sensations, just like the YouTube channel. And again, I hope you have a wonderful Easter Sunday, Resurrection Sunday. Have a blessed Sunday, a blessed week. And please stay safe. Please stay safe. Hold your loved ones dear. Hold your children dear. Until next time, be sweet.